I have women that who we have debates, and I'm like, listen, well, do you think you're supposed to be married? Well, the Bible say that, and then when they do that, I'm like, listen, everything's relative. You can stop now, and we can cut this off, or I'm gonna let you keep going, and then you gotta live that. Well, no, because the Bible say a man that finds a woman, a wife, finds a good thing. That's true. Solomon is the one who said that in the Bible. Yeah. Solomon had 400 wives. So I'm 399 down. So let me go get 399.
Since we talking about
and their response is, oh no, you're not about to have, hold on. So you agree with what Solomon say, but you don't agree with how Solomon lived.
Let's go by the text. We're going by the text.
You can't go by that then. You either gonna live this or you not gonna live it.
Exactly.
And any nigga with 400 anything is gonna tell you having one of those is a good thing. Why wouldn't he? He's got 400 of them.
You can keep me somewhere balling on my ex. I'm getting money, I ain't responding to your text. I can never let a bitch see me sweat. Fuck a little life, bitch, you know I'm blessed. And I'm still getting money, ain't no changing. When you block me, I take that as entertainment. When I turn up, I know that's gonna make you angry. In my bed, so I'm feeling kinda dangerous. I'm so glad I got my own. Still getting money with the team.
What's up? This is the ChoppedByT podcast, where we give you real, raw, authentic conversations. I'm your host, T. And to the very far right of me, we got my brother, my bodyguard, Roscoe.
What up?
And in the middle, man, we got Luck, artist, content creator. Hey, we glad to have you here today.
I'm glad to be here, my brother. I appreciate y'all.
Glad to have you here today. I first got introduced to you through your social media. I seen your social media. You got a show called Street Talk. Street Talk, extremely funny. I got introduced to you through that way, and I'm seeing your stuff, and we had exchange DMs or whatever, and you was telling me, you know, and I asked for your advice on content and how to build our content, and you just told me something that everybody who's successful in this space told me, which is keep posting, keep going.
Just be consistent.
Ain't that
just
crazy?
Be consistent. It's like, and I know it, but a lot of times I don't do it. It's like everything, though. You know something, but you don't continue to do it. And we have good advice. Like we can style someone, but it's different when we look in the mirror ourselves. So I know that, but a lot of times I'll get away from it. And my cousin Shane actually had to tell me, bro, you gotta post. And he'll shoot me a text like, hey, you know, it's about to be 24 hours, you ain't posting nothing yet. Like, you know what I'm saying? And in the grand scheme of things, it's like, man, it's just Instagram.
Yeah.
Who cares? But then on the flip side, it's like, well, I make money from this. So
right.
Don't be dumb and, you know what I'm saying? Just be like, it is whatever. But my mentality is one of those, I really just be like, sometimes I just be like, man, I don't give a shit about nothing. So nothing is really that important to me except the important shit to me, if that makes sense. Like my children, my family, you know what I'm saying? So, yeah. But I'll forget. But when you consistent, and it's the craziest thing that consistency is gonna bring something out.
Right.
It might not be what you expect.
Right.
But consistency is gonna bring something out. You know, you go to the gym and you just shoot. You know, it's gonna be you went to shoot, but the next time you play, you might have a different layup package, and you might be like, where this came from? Well, you was consistent in the gym so much, you might have been thinking you was shooting the whole time, but you know, you got a whole new layup package. So, and that's just why I feel like, you know, just stay consistent. Something gonna hit if you're good at it. Anything you do good, you do it long enough, and you're gonna perfect it, and you're gonna win at it. That's in a book called 10,000 Hours. You do anything for 10,000 hours and you perfect it.
Malcolm Gladwell.
Yep.
That's I bring this nigga up on every podcast, Malcolm Gladwell. I ain't lying. That's like one of my favorite authors right there. But something I did want to ask you, are you on TikTok? Because you a kill on TikTok.
Listen, I am, but here's the crazy thing. I just started getting on TikTok and everybody's like, man, put that shit on TikTok,
Hell
put that.
yeah.
And I'm like, man, I do need to put that shit on TikTok. And I just, funny thing, bro, I just loaded it back up on my phone last night, this morning, about 5 this morning. I was like, man, let me put this shit back up and just throw some shit on TikTok because somebody came in my inbox and said, please put this on TikTok.
yeah.
That shit'll go
And I was like, you
crazy.
know what, let me put it on TikTok. So I just loaded up at 5 this morning, and when I get in the car, probably at the studio, I'm gonna just load a whole bunch of shit up on there.
Nah, your content a kill on
Appreciate that.
on TikTok. I was noticing that. I actually went looking for your TikTok because we went and got us one too. So yeah, nah. And you said something just earlier in regards to, and we're gonna get to everything that you do, the music, all of that.
Yeah.
But you said something earlier which stuck out to me. That's your family. And something that we talk about on the last podcast is when you dealing. A lot of time when you out here hustling, you out here grinding, and you got 2 little ones, right?
Well, no, I got a 17-year-old and I got a 3-month-old.
Okay.
So I got a huge gap. Yeah, I had my
Huge
daughter
gap.
when I was young, and then I had him, you know what I'm saying? Like, so it's like,
Yeah.
but I'm finished though. Girl, boy, I'm out of here. I'm done.
Nah, I'm with you. I got a 2-year-old myself.
Congratulations,
I
bro.
appreciate it, and congratulations to you too.
Appreciate you.
With your little one. But something you said, like when you out here grinding, cause I'm out here and I'm grinding and I'm getting my work in and I'm doing everything that I do. Me and Sco both, we got the little self-employment gig that we doing. So we out here grinding, and a lot of the times, or I'm out here grinding, I don't have time for my little one or whatever. How do you cope and manage with that?
So that's crazy, man. I don't know if it's advice. I don't know how y'all want to take it or whatever. I knew at a young age I was put here to entertain. Right? But I didn't know at that time I was put here to help. I didn't know at that time I was put here to give knowledge. I didn't know I was put here to teach. I didn't know in a roundabout way. Just, watch me and watch what I do and you'll learn, or just ask me and, you know what I'm saying, shit like that. I didn't know that at a young age. I just thought I was here to entertain. I was like, well, damn, how God made me fucking this hell of a football, baseball, you know what I'm saying, all these sports.
Right.
And then I get to college, you know what I'm saying, and it's like, okay, well, I ain't, I'm not going pro because my girl pregnant. Yeah. So, and I'm one of them who like big on, football's a dream. She's for real. So it's like, then it's like, okay, well, fuck, you can act, go do some acting. So then I wrote a play, and I'm doing a play, and the play start traveling. Then we, start doing music and acting. It's like, hold on. How God gave me all it, but he gave me all that to entertain. Because even playing football, baseball, all them sports, I would be entertaining, catching it with one hand, catching it between my legs. You know what I'm saying? Just shit like that that's like, what the hell is he doing?
Right.
But it was just me being, trying to be Jamie Foxx on the football field.
Right.
Trying to be, you know what I'm saying, Will Smith on the baseball field. And then I had to realize, when I had my daughter, getting to your point, I was young. But as I started growing, I realized, and I told her, I said, Princess, when she started growing, should I say, you have to understand, you're gonna have to sacrifice daddy. What I was trying to explain to her was, I started coming into my understanding that I was put here for a purpose. Right. When people start telling me, man, you made me smile today, what you posted was this, and da-da-da. And then I started realizing, okay, when I speak, people listen. Maybe it's because of rap, but when I start talking away from it, they listening because of the music. When I start talking away from Instagram, they listen because of the Instagram. So then I had to realize, okay, you're going to have an impact. And then when I started speaking out against things, against black and white shit, against financial shit, so it was like, damn, it's really a bigger purpose than just entertaining. So I had to start letting her know, you have to sacrifice daddy. It's not a good thing. But when you think about, and I'm not talking about in death, I'm talking about Martin Luther King's kids, Malcolm X's kids, Muhammad Ali's kids, they had to sacrifice their parent. Now, they had to sacrifice their parents. I'm not talking about in death. A few of them did, but you take Muhammad Ali's kids, for example. They had to sacrifice that time with their daddy. I didn't have, it was 3 months. My daddy missed my recital.
Right.
He was Muhammad Ali, though. You sacrificed your daddy to give us, because Muhammad Ali wasn't just here for you. With all due respect, that's your daddy.
Yeah.
He wasn't just here for you. Malcolm X wasn't just here for you. With all due respect to Betty and the kids, Malcolm wasn't just here for you. Malcolm was here for all black people. And you may have to sacrifice, but here's the crazy thing. Muhammad Ali passed, Malcolm X passed. All the kids that had issues or whatever with Muhammad, man, he was never here, he was never did. He was a great father, I heard. But they did complain that, it was a lot of time they didn't see him. But here's the thing. What's his legacy? That's my daddy. You know what I'm saying? Like, when you bring up the greatest of all time, you gotta bring my daddy up.
Got to.
And that's the legacy he left. So I have to instill in my child, and I've been telling her for years, like, baby, listen, you're gonna have to sacrifice daddy in ways that your friends might not have to sacrifice daddy. Right. Now it's different. Well, it's crazy I'm saying this because if you look at my page, you see we dress alike. She lives with me. Like, and people would be like, damn, he must never see his child. No, she lives with me. And it's just me and her. Like, you know what I'm saying? Single father. It's not in a relationship with her mama or nothing. She lives with me. We dress alike. We go places. That's my best friend. I don't go places if she can't go. The only reason she's not here is because she was like, I don't feel like. She told me because she travels a lot with me. And she like, Daddy, I'm tired of living out my suitcase. And I'm like, I told you, this is the life. Like, this is what you got to go through. So that's why she's not here. But she's always with me. But she still has to understand that, like, you have to understand, but then I have to find ways to put her in. So I got this movie that we doing with Netflix, and I wrote her in as the other character. It's like, you know what I'm saying? You're going to be there. You're going to be there every day with me. You know what I'm saying? You're going to get credits. You're going to do this. And then you have to make sure everything you do is for them. If you don't forget that, you're not never going to be, you may feel, man, I wish I could be there with my kids, but they don't understand. Every verse I write, every movie script I write, the book I'm writing, everything has my son and my daughter as co-writers. Everything. Because today or tomorrow, God forbid, I hope it don't happen, knock on wood, if anything happen, you ain't got to go through who owned his estate.
You already know.
That's their stuff. That's their music. Who wrote it? Them two. And then people be like, well, they ain't really write it, but they inspire me. Inspiration is what gave me the ability to write that verse. Inspiration is what gave me the ability to write this script, or write this movie, write this book. So I make sure that, yeah, daddy may be gone for a week or two, but when I'm gone for you. But still understand I'm gone for you, but I'm also gone for the people who need me too. And I try to make her understand that. So that's and I know it was a long answer, but when I start talking about my kids, bro, it's like,
I feel it.
You know what I'm saying?
I felt that shit. And I'm gonna tell you, like, I wanna ask you this because, all right, I think I may end up dealing with that. I tell Skull something all the time, and I've said it on the podcast before as well, like, I'm not meant to be normal. We not meant to be normal, right? Us as black people, we didn't come from normal circumstances. Therefore, especially you come from New Orleans, right? Born and raised. You didn't come from normal circumstances by any means. Bro. So you're not meant to be normal. So when you decide not to live a life of normalcy, you accept all of these things. But my question that I want to ask, following up with that, even with your daughter and even with your baby boy, is what age did she get at when you was able to explain it to her? As soon as she can comprehend, or just when? Like,
well, yeah, when she can comprehend, but my daughter is, and I know a lot of people, man, you know my child's a genius. My child was not a genius. Wasn't no, you know what I'm saying? Man, I looked at her and I knew right then. I didn't know. But as she would grow, I realized, damn, this child's kind of intelligent. Like at the age of 12, she was telling me, you know, she was making me understand things like, Daddy, why can't we vote as kids? And I'm like, what you mean? Why?
Asking you that?
Yeah, and she was, but man, I'm sitting there like, you know, brushing it off, like, come on, baby, you can't vote. But she had to do a thesis or something like she had to do at her school in like the 10th grade, I don't remember. But whatever the writing was, she was like, she was giving her reasoning on why kids should be able to vote. She said they shouldn't count, our votes shouldn't count, but they should matter. And I'm like, And then her whole paper, I didn't help her. Her mama didn't help her. She was making points, and I'm like, I never thought of that. She was like, do you realize that if I'm 16 and I can't vote, the president that's in there for 2 years, for 4 years, I'll then be an adult while he's in there.
Yeah.
So I have to live with the decision you made.
Yeah.
As an adult.
That's crazy.
And I never thought about that.
Nah, she got
and
a
I was
major
like,
point.
oh, damn, that makes sense. And she was like, so our vote should, and I was brushing her off like, Daddy, why can't we vote? She's 12. I'm like, why can't, I'm like, cause Nicki Minaj would be president, my nigga. That's why y'all can't vote. You know what I'm saying? Like, you niggas would vote for Justin Bieber if he ran. Like, shut up. Like, go, you know what I'm saying? What you wanna eat? Like, you're just talking stupid right now. But and then talking to her is like, okay, my child might have some
She
sense
got a whole
on her.
perspective.
So, I say that to say her thought process jumped, and I don't know at what age it jumped, but I say around 11, 12, that's when I start talking to her and really, understand. Like, dog, listen, I have conversations with my child that people wouldn't even believe. Like, if I'm on the phone with a chick or if I'm this, that, and the third, and I'll be like, that was this girl I met, such and such. I'll tell, like, my child, because she lives with me, I don't want you can't have no secrets because it's just me and you. We are each other's rock. You dig? So I'm like, I don't want you to ever think Daddy's trying to, be secretive or hide stuff or do some malicious stuff or, this how I treat women or this how I do this, this how I do this. So, I've been probably not that transparent with her, but I've been transparent with her, telling her about the sacrifices and things like that probably at 11, 12 years old.
That's key too.
Yeah.
That's key. Because it was just me and my mama growing up, and that's kind of what molded me into the man that I say I am. That people love and respect just because she was able to give me that early on, plant those seeds and just be honest with me. And I got to see the world for what it really was, and that helped me along the way as well.
That's a
I was
big
just thinking about my pops. He taught me. He started teaching me a lot around like 11, 12, 13.
Yeah.
That's when I was understanding a lot.
That's what I was about to say. That's when my pa, man, that's when I really started. I can't remember advice from him prior to around that age.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And I'm sure he gave us a lot of advice prior to that, but I can't remember any advice prior to around 11, 12 years old.
Yeah.
And he gave me some hell of advice, so yeah.
So I want to just go back a little bit on like your upbringing in New Orleans, because New Orleans, like all of us know, is I don't know. It don't seem to me, and this is my personal opinion. I don't feel like New Orleans. If you was telling somebody what embodies the U.S. and then you look at New Orleans, they'll be like, damn, that's the U.S. Like New Orleans is like its own island, its own place.
The funny thing is me and my partner have conversations all the time about New Orleans being an island.
Yeah.
That's the funny thing. I was telling, when we was on our way over here, not here, but when we was out here, I was like, man, Nashville, I'm trying to see the culture of Nashville. But you gotta go downtown and see, what is it, Music Row or what is it? Something Row or something City or whatever it is. I don't know, something. It's the streets with all the. Okay,
just downtown.
Yeah, like downtown. Where you can see people singing and all kind of stuff. That's the culture of Nashville. If you in New York, like their culture is all over, but it's a New York culture. Just different places, man. You go certain places and you gotta go certain places to see the culture of that city. In New Orleans, it's just like soon as you step off the plane, it's like
it hit you.
Oh shit, you got a nigga playing the trumpet in the airport. You're like, what the fuck is, you know what I'm saying? This nigga just out in the middle playing the trumpet in the airport. It's like, who do this? I don't know. That nigga been there all day. Nigga had a saxophone earlier. Just, you know what I'm saying? And we just have a different everything, bro. Like we have a different people don't understand the level of New Orleans impact on the culture of black people today.
Yeah.
And what I'm trying to say is Philly cheesesteak. You can find a good Philly cheesesteak in a bunch of places.
Yeah.
Right?
Shit, I can make one.
Exactly. I know people that can make a good Philly cheesesteak. You can find a good pizza and a bunch of men just fucking Domino's or Pizza Hut might luck up and send you a damn good one every now and then. You're not gonna find crawfish like in like we have our own like when you crawfish, New Orleans. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
This first thing you think New Orleans. We have our own things like we created the po' boy. You know what I'm saying? The sandwich that they call hoagie. We created that. It was a po' boy. Fucking music.
I was just
just
gonna say,
when you think about it like this, bro. New Orleans had the very not black, just in general. New Orleans had the very first $1 million musician that made $1 million just off of music, and that was Fats Domino. The very first musician to ever make $1 million was Fats Domino. It's come from New Orleans. If people think, well, what kind of impact does New Orleans have on the culture? You wouldn't have Lil Wayne if it wasn't from New Orleans.
Yeah. And that's
I could
everybody
stop.
today.
I could really stop right there because every nigga today is modeled after him.
Yeah.
You wouldn't have No Limit. You wouldn't have Master P.
That mean no QC. That mean no.
Listen, before Master P, niggas wasn't. I ain't never see Camouflage before P.
Yeah.
Not from no civilian.
That's a fact.
I never saw a nigga wear Camouflage before Master P. I never heard of people having their own deals before Master P.
Master P.
And people will say, what's the old boy name out of Texas? Jay Prince. They'll say Jay Prince, but Jay Prince didn't do it to the level of Master
He did,
P.
and Master P say that, and Master P say, I holler at Jay Prince, that's a big homie, but even Jay Prince is like, man, I watched them dudes go get their deal, and I'm like, man, let me go, you know what I'm saying? Let me see how they did that right there. It's just no city, no state has had the two number one and number two labels at the same time. And Cash Money and No Limit was doing this. They was doing this for like 2 or 3 years in a row. They was doing this. And you just look at the culture, like you look at white tees and, you know what I'm saying? We made white tees popular with the hot boys. Golds. You ain't see nobody. You never saw people wearing golds until you saw us wearing golds. And now I say us because I'm talking about the culture. You ain't see no rappers wearing dreads. You name one rapper that wore dreads before Lil Wayne.
Bro, I'm trying to think.
Like that.
Name one that dyed his hair before Lil Wayne dyed dreads.
That boy right there, something else.
Name one with tattoos in his face before Wayne.
Nigga Wayne the sickest though.
You see what I'm saying? So it's like people take our culture and they just. I've never, no disrespect to nobody, and I don't know if it's out here. Y'all can tell me if I'm right or wrong. Is there anywhere in Nashville? Scratch that. Is there anywhere in Tennessee? Anybody can answer because I don't know the answer. Is there anywhere in Tennessee where there's a restaurant that either has the name New Orleans in it or has New Orleans style food or Creole or Louisiana?
Yeah. Shit, just Popeyes here.
Okay, that's a
commercial, but
that's commercial, right?
It's Popeyes though. Yeah.
And in Popeyes they have the Louisiana Cajun, whatever.
Yeah, you always see Louisiana hot sauce, all that shit.
You go to Houston, there's New Orleans style, whatever.
Yeah,
Or you
New
go
Orleans
to
style,
you go to New York, is Louisiana Cajun fried, whatever. I've never, ever been to this many places in my life and seen one place have that much of a food impact on anywhere.
Yeah, now y'all killing it.
Like, I don't, no disrespect, but I don't see a Nashville place in Houston that's selling Nashville type food. I don't see a Houston place in Nashville that's like, oh, we got the best Houston barbecue. No, my nigga. Yeah. But you got a Louisiana style something here. You know what I'm saying? So we got, man, you look at Drake. Drake's as big as Drake is. I'm gonna say something that people might disagree with, and I really don't give a damn.
That nigga over there loves
but as
Drake.
big as, but now listen, you really love Drake, right?
I fuck with Drake too.
20, 30 years from now, just be honest, since you really love him, what song is going to be such a classic that they can play it like Biggie's One More Chance or LL's whatever, or you know what I'm saying? Or freaking any song that they could play in the club 25 years from now.
Think.
I don't know. I was gonna say that God's
and for that to be
Had to ponder that long.
for you to have to ponder, and that's your man.
I was gonna say God's playing.
What's his biggest song to date? I can tell you what it is.
I say Western Road.
Nope.
Is that God's plan? John?
Nope.
Okay.
Nice for what?
Ah, shit, and that's New Orleans, there. That got
That's the whole flavor.
What's
Big Frida.
Big Frida, yeah.
That's the
Big
whole
Frida
New
on
Orleans
that.
flavor.
That's New
And
Orleans.
the person who
beat.
made the track is from New Orleans.
Yeah.
His name Black and Mild. So that everything for the culture is like, you're like, God damn, like they just,
What?
it's like the world just take it.
Yeah.
What's that style of music called?
It's called bounce.
Bounce.
That's what
Yeah,
that's what that song
shit
is.
Even that
go,
bounce,
too.
bounce, even that.
That's what that is.
Yeah.
So we have a hand in so much of the culture of our people that we probably have more of a hand in it than anyone else.
I don't think nobody can argue with that though. I'm gonna be honest with you. Now that you sitting up here and putting it out like that, I don't think no nigga can argue with that.
And I'm just talking about just in
All
any,
over. Yeah.
you know what I'm saying? Like, I know this sounds weird and it sounds stupid, and we just mentioned it. You think about Subway, that's just a po' boy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Po' boys come from New Orleans. Like, we invented that shit. We invented the po' boy. They had a fucking restaurant. They had the, they got, so, I don't know if y'all know this, and forgive me, because sometimes I get away from the ignorant side and the jokes, and I go to teaching a little bit, so forgive me. But railroads are normally in the hood. Y'all know why they're usually in the hood? Well, when they was building certain cities back in the day, they didn't want niggas living in the city.
Yeah.
But niggas didn't have no vehicles. Niggas didn't have no rides. None of that. So they would build the railroads in the hood so that the trains can pick them up in front of their houses or right in that area and bring them into the city.
Yeah.
So that's why the railroads are normally, niggas always be like, yeah, across the track, I live right on that side.
across the
It's
track.
normally where niggas stay because that area has been so messed up because that's where they started at, by the railroad. So the railroad would bring these dudes they was building these buildings downtown, which we always do. Niggas build all the buildings. And they would bring them back home, bring them back home. And one day they end up working so late that they was at a restaurant and they was out back. One of the chefs seen like 5 or 6 of them out back. And they was like, man, we hungry. He's like, I ain't really got nothing to eat. Like, let me see what I got in there. Took all the food, all the meats, had the long French bread, put it on the long French bread, closed it, and wrapped it up. Told the dude, hey, bring this out there to them po' boys out there.
Damn.
That's how the po' boy got started. Now they got Subway.
Niggas never knew that either.
Niggas
though.
never.
And now they got Subway.
Yeah.
So at the end of the day, you think about stuff like that and you're like, damn, New Orleans really had culture. Nobody was, nobody was really stunting before Cash Money came along.
They created that bling. All
They
that
created
shit.
that. Like and I could go down, man, listen, I could keep going down a list over and over and over and over and over of how many people was really like, that really started doing certain things. Like, and it'll always date back to New Orleans. Like, you know what I'm saying? And I'm just like, we have a certain thing about us where we don't care. Like, think about Ellen. Ellen was the first openly gay female to comedian. She's from New Orleans. Yeah. For her to even take that step, I'm sure it's the New Orleans in her to be like, man, I don't give a fuck. Yeah. Like, you know what I'm saying? So we gotta stamp on the culture that nobody can deny.
Nah, it's undeniable. I mean, it's really undeniable that, just, and my main thing especially is the music, because you hear the music today and it all stems from New Orleans.
Yeah.
Man, listen.
And I want to get into your music, actually.
Right.
You just dropped the album.
Which is hilarious because it's nothing like New Orleans.
It's nothing like New Orleans. That's what I wanted to tap into. I mean, you got the accent and everything, but that New Orleans flow. See, my favorite artist is Lil Boosie.
Okay.
He not New Orleans, he Louisiana though.
Right, yeah, he
Baton Rouge,
Louisiana.
But
But that ain't but
it's like
45
down the street.
minutes
Yeah,
away.
yeah. So I already know, and people sleep on him too as well, because a lot of these artists, I guess you could say he even mirrored out the Wayne somewhat, but a lot of these artists is either you see Boosie, Wayne influences and all that, you see the New Orleans and the music side of it. But anyway, you just dropped, your album, Luck in the Truck, and me and Sco, we done had a lot of time to digest it and just look through it and everything. And I'm like, I don't know why I was expecting that bounce music. I was expecting that beat, that type of, that shit that make you, want to, dance now. But it wasn't a lot of that. It was more like, music for the women, but it was street and gritty. It had that tool.
That edge.
That was the plan.
But I want to say this too before I get into my actual question. In digesting the music and hearing it, I want to say this too. You not no slouch. Though.
Hell no.
I appreciate that.
And I want to say, and the reason why I'm saying this is because you can switch flows. You got your melody, that melodic thing going for you as well, but you can switch flows. I'm hearing it. I'm like, oh, he know how to rap. You know what I'm saying? It's deeper than that. He know how to rap. What I want to ask you is, what was the influence behind that? Because I think that's a master plan, you know, catering to the women.
So, love when we talk about two things, women and my kids.
Yeah.
Since we finished with the kids, we talk about women now. So here's the thing. One, I don't want to consider myself a just anything. When I was back in the day, my god brother wanted me to be a Q dog, and all his partners, man, come join, bro, come in. But I never wanted to be Luck the. Man, you know what Jason? Man, Jason
happened.
the Kappa.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? I never wanted to. I want to be able to introduce me, and you don't have to say nothing else behind it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And that's why. I never organizations was all. I was always like kind of finicky. Like, man, I don't want to be tied to no group of people. I want to have my own individuality. Right. So when I think about the music and everything of New Orleans, I want my shit to be able to get to every woman, not just women in New Orleans. To touch a tiny bit on this before I finish the answer to make it make sense. Since Cash Money and No Limit, how many people have Blue from New Orleans?
Well, I ain't seen. Well, it was the one that had passed away.
Who?
He was blowing. He had the song. Fuck.
What is Gates? Like what?
Nah, Gates is
Baton
Baton
Rouge.
Rouge.
Okay.
So he claimed New
Young
Orleans
Greatness.
too. Young Greatness. That's what I was thinking about. Young
Did he
Greatness.
blow?
He was
Or
there.
did he had a
though.
single?
He had a single. But he ain't really blow. Like if you compare it to Cash Money, nah, he ain't really blow. Yeah. Young Greatness was.
I'm about to tell you something about Young Greatness too, though. But so y'all can't think of nobody?
Nah.
Nobody from the city of New Orleans blew since Cash Money and No Limit. They left. Young Greatness was in Atlanta when he blew.
Yeah.
I see what you saying.
Yeah.
August Alsina left and blew. He was gone and he blew. Yeah. Frank Ocean was in California when he blew.
Killer.
All of these people left.
Yeah,
I didn't know that.
All these people left. You didn't know that because they left.
Yeah.
All these people left and blew. Nobody blew from New Orleans. Now, of all the culture I'm telling you we have, of all the significant input and things that stamps and imprints that we have on the culture, especially music, how has nobody blown?
Question.
So the problem is, my city, which I love it to death, we content. We one of them cities that, as long as we beat the Falcons, we ain't got to go to the Super Bowl.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? We just need to beat the Falcons this year. That's what we need to do. So that bounce is one beat
Yeah.
for 35 years on every song.
Still hidden.
But it's one beat.
Yeah.
Put that on another song, that's my shit. Put it on another song, oh, that's my shit. But it's the same exact beat. So we content. I never was in that. When people like, man, I would hear people say, man, look, I got this song, bro. Q93 is our #1 radio station. I got this song, I'm trying to get it to Q93. In my head, it'd be like, shit, I'm trying to get my shit to the Breakfast Club. That's cool with you. You know, Q93 is your shot. Do your thing.
Yeah.
But I'm trying to figure out how to get this bitch to the Breakfast Club. Yeah. And if Q93 is the route, cool, but that's not my goal.
Yeah.
And so they put out my city, a lot of people put a ceiling on shit, and I don't. So to answer that, my inspiration comes from I love women, but I'm an aggressive nigga. So my favorite rapper, now I don't think he's the best rapper ever, but my favorite rapper is DMX. I love the honesty in what he did. He was the first nigga to talk about having rape cases and all. He was just honest. He was just an honest nigga. Mix that with how much I love women, my favorite singer is R. Kelly. You put them niggas together, that's all that album is. Yeah. It's just aggressive ass slow jam. That's all the album is. So I didn't want to say, man, how can I get to a New Orleans woman with this album? How can I get to every woman? I want women in Paris to be able to listen to this. Yeah. And so I don't box myself in, and I don't even want people to listen. I want them to ask me where you from.
Yeah.
I don't want them to listen and be like, oh, I hear that New Orleans in this. I don't want you to be able to hear nothing in it except for good music.
You can't run away from that accent though.
Yeah, I mean, but that's cool though. I'm good with that. I just don't want them to be like, this sound like some New Orleans shit.
I
The
get
beats
you.
ain't New Orleans. Nothing is New Orleans about it.
New Orleans niggas, I mean, we go like mystical. We go to all these, regardless. Sometimes if you can't understand the language, well, some people can't. But by us being, it's South, regardless of what it is, whether it's fast or whatever. Niggas spit though, like they know how to rap too though. Even that, I was looking at a documentary about that bounce beat, that how it started, and people was in the I'm gonna fuck this up, but the root of it is like starting in clubs, they was playing the beat and everything, and this person was going against this person, and they started going playing, saying basically different words over the same beat, like
that beat. This is what people don't understand, because Big Freed is the biggest bounce artist we have in the world right now. And Big Freed is obviously a gay male. But he's the biggest bounce artist we got right now. And we fuck with Big Freed. We don't care what nobody say. We fuck with Big Freed. But bounce started when niggas was on some real shit. And niggas would be like, if you're out there in them streets and you're looking for me, I'll be hustling like a dog till my knees get... That's how it started. And then... it transitioned, and even when Juvie was like, girl, you looks good, won't you back that ass? So it was transitioning from some real nigga shit to some party shit, because we got a group there, this legendary group, Partners in Crime. Slim came to pump the party. Like, it was transitioning to that. It was still dope. We still, still dance for it, love it. To, I won't take that dick. And that's niggas saying that. So now it's hard to find a straight male
who fucking with it.
Not who fucking with it, but it's hard to find a straight male that does bounce music. Yeah. You know what I'm saying?
Because of what Big Freeda put on?
No, not big. I'm not gonna blame Big Freeda, because that's just the culture of it now.
Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Like jazz, jazz like was previously predominantly a black genre. Now, like in the 21st century, people ain't fucking with no jazz like that. You know what I'm saying? They listen to old shit, but it's like when your art evolves, the territory changes.
Absolutely. Funny story. You know who taught Biggie how to rap?
That
Dude from New Orleans.
He was a DJ, right?
What?
I don't know if he was a DJ, but I did a song for this dude. He's an older guy, but he taught Biggie cadences. He taught Biggie everything he knows about rap. He used to go to him if you look at the documentary, you'll see it on Netflix.
It's the rap documentary, right?
The
Biggie. You talking
the Biggie documentary, the one he just did. He used to go to him every day after school on the steps. That dude is from New Orleans. He taught Biggie how to rap.
It's crazy. Like, I feel like, honestly, Tupac wouldn't have been the artist he was if he wasn't originally from the East. That's like a sin.
He wouldn't have been.
Like,
because he still had that East Coast swag.
Yeah. Like, that's a sin to say. They're like, he Cali. I'm like, no, dog. Nah, if he was from Cali, he would not be that guy.
But the good thing about him was he had both.
Right.
He was both. That's probably the best thing about him, that he's there and there.
Exactly. I love that about him.
Yeah.
I want to ask you about, like, your influences in music. It seemed like, you got the major people from Louisiana, period. We ain't just going to even say New Orleans, but you got all these people you can name who honestly done influence the culture like crazy, but it seemed like you more like influenced from old school people.
Yeah. So DMX, my favorite rapper. I was mystical, even though that's like a brother to me. I still grew up on him. Like, who is this nigga? Like, you know what I'm saying? He was just cold to me. Jadakiss, more up north rappers that I really, as far as rap goes. But I listen to rap, it's gotta be, like right now, even a little bit before this, it's gotta be like some real vibe rap. Like, it's gotta be Mo 3, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. It gotta be some kind of like,
it's gotta hear that real shit.
I ain't used to, that's not the shit. I would like DMX songs, but I would always go to the like, you know what I'm saying, what type of games are being played. It's gotta be like some real, like, it can't, when he used to get real aggressive and barking shit, I could only listen to it once a day. I gotta get past that shit, because that's just, I didn't like that type of music. Right. But like Michael Jackson, the Temptations, like them type of people I used to always go and ask I got a record player in my house. My daughter got a record player upstairs. Like, I just like that old school vibe and all that shit. My favorite genre is country music because it's honest. Like, rap is not honest.
A lot of times.
Yeah.
No,
Most of the time.
no, 99.9% of the time. You got 6 dudes rapping about these 2 Bugattis that they only made 2 of.
Bro, I tell him that all the time. I'm like, capping.
It's like they rap is not honest, bro. You see them going broke 2-3 years after they didn't put out no singles. And you like, damn, I thought you had, you know what I'm saying? I thought you know what I'm saying? And then it's like, man, I did this, and you know what I'm saying? I ain't gonna speak on that, but they talk about how, you know, oh, I'm a gangster, I'm this, that, and man, how we watched you grow up in front of the camera?
That shit just sell for some reason.
You mean tell me you was doing all that killing?
I told him capping is so important to hip hop culture.
Listen, bro, you was doing all that killing for the past 5 years while you was a big celebrity and nobody knew it was you killing niggas?
It's impossible.
Like that, that's not possible. Yeah. However, you take a country song, a nigga will tell you, I lost my wife, I lost my dog, I lost my house, I lost the kids, but I still got my truck.
Yeah.
My gal cheated
A nigga
on
tell
me.
you that right now.
Yeah, straight up.
And you be like, damn, it's sad, but it's true. You know how many niggas is losing their entire family from doing one dumb mistake?
It's crazy.
And they spend their night at the club or at this or at that. That's the same thing with country music. They just spending their night at the bar.
That's all it is.
They
Blues.
honest, my nigga. They don't care. Rap, niggas is not honest. Oh, I got 6 bitches in the house and we going crazy. No, nigga, you married with 3 kids. And that's where you at.
And you don't do no drugs.
Like, what are you talking
niggas
about?
love that shit.
So, you know what I'm saying? You got people who, Drake said a line that I'll never forget. He said, I might go to my high school reunion just to make him go through security clearance. The fact is, he can do that. If he go to high school, if he tell his high school reunion, I'm going to come, but everybody got to go through metal detectors. They going to put them bitches up for him to come. Yeah. And then his next line was, you know it's real when you are who you think you are. Yeah. Because I might think I'm here and I'm really here. Yeah. But then again, I might think I'm here and I'm really here. Right. But when you know who you are and you are that person, I have to tell, I don't mind, I'm transparent. I don't mind, we just had a conversation in the car and they could tell you because they sitting right there yesterday. I'm letting them know I'm not as big as y'all might think I am. Mm-hmm. I'm not as big as other people might. I know where I'm at. Mm-hmm. I know who I can reach and who I can't reach. I know that it might not make sense to do this because I ain't that big yet. Yeah. Talent-wise, I know where I'm at. Right. I know I'm here. Other people might be like, oh, he here. Now, you ain't seen nothing. Nigga, I'm up here. Yeah. But when it comes to notoriety-wise, it might be like, oh, you got some, nigga, I'm here, nigga. Like, let's be honest. You know, I get in the booth and start singing. It's like, man, do this. I can't hit that note. Because I know I am who I know I am. Yeah. And that's the difference in, you know what I'm saying? People, if you don't know who you are and if you don't, you got to fit that mold. You got to be, in rap, you got to be what, you know, oh man, I did this and I did. No, you didn't, nigga. Just tell us who you are. Right. Like this is a world where Tekashi can snitch and have rainbow hair and do whatever he want and still win. Which tells you right there that you can be whatever you want right now. Yeah. You can literally walk outside. Lil Nas X is a gay, black, male with a country hit. Mm-hmm. If you think you have to fit a mold today, you're an idiot. Yeah. If you think you have to step out and, man, I got to look this way. Nigga, he's wearing Adidas with no shirt on, riding a horse with a cowboy hat on, rapping in the middle of the projects. If you feel like you have, man, I gotta wear this, I gotta wear 10 chains. And my grandma, this is my grandma in here. There's a piece of my grandma in here. This is her ashes, right? That's why I wear shit like this. My shit don't be gaudy and all that. You know what I'm saying? I wear this just because I like it. But this shit, my grandma wears, it's, I don't know, fuck. It's, you know how that shit go. They might have lied. It might be ashes from another nigga. Fuck, I don't know. Might be a nigga, might be some ashes that they just burnt in the, you know what I'm saying, nigga toenail or something. I don't fucking know. Right. But this shit be sentimental to me. Right. My other set is a gold set and it's a picture of my daughter. Like that's just, I'm not trying to be this nigga, that nigga. You know, niggas like, man, you doing shows for just women. Or you doing an album? Yeah, nigga, because I'm not trying to be you niggas. I want to be who I want to be.
Yeah.
Do you feel
longevity in there as well?
Feel like the theater and rap is a double-edged sword? Like, for example, you can be whoever you want to be, but at the same time, you can be whoever you want to be. Meaning you can cap, or you can actually be that character and become that character along the way. I think that's a good and a bad thing.
But here's the thing. When you become that character, it depends on what character it is. You know what I'm saying? Like, I hear, I had this conversation. My damn phone won't stop ringing. I had this conversation. Niggas was like, man, Tupac wasn't really like that. Me and my partner had this conversation all the time. Man, he got thug life tatted on his stomach and he wasn't really like that. Like, nigga, he went to jail for a few years.
Yeah.
Yeah, but he only went to jail because
He shot niggas.
he jumped out and shot at the police, my nigga.
Police.
What else he need to do to show you he gangster?
Yeah.
But even when the niggas be like, think about this. If a nigga say, man, he ain't living like that. Man, such and such. You niggas have these conversations. Man, such and such robbed a nigga last night, went in an apartment and shot, and the nigga face be on the TV or whatever, and he be like, man, look at this nigga, man, this nigga was lame. He ain't really like that.
Hell not.
At what point, once he went in their house, shot him, tried to steal their shit, ran from the police, at what point was he not living like? Because to me, that entire time,
I think the street cred is valid at that point. I think he got it.
Point, he is 1,000% living like that.
Yeah, right.
He not because it's like the stupidest thing in the world would be to say, and this is what they're saying. He not living like niggas who really run in houses and shoot people. Well, he really ran in the house and shot somebody. Like Tupac really was spitting on cameras. Tupac really was bringing 30 niggas and jumping and beating up directors. Mm-hmm. Tupac was really hopping out shooting at the police. Mm-hmm. He was really raising his shirt up saying thug life. Mm-hmm. He was really, saying whatever he wanted on camera. He was really sticking the fingers in the courtroom. He was really doing shit that you would think a nigga who didn't give a fuck would do. You was really doing shit that you think a menace to society, a nigga who screamed thug life would do. As he's looking, this is what thugs do. How is he not a thug? Yeah. And if you gonna be that, we don't know if that was always in his plan or if he was acting. But at some point he became that.
He became that.
Obviously, because there's always a fine line and a level you won't go. Give you a prime example. I'm not saying from none of us, I'm just saying in general. You can play like you gay to get, dude acting like he like me. I'm gonna see if I can get this big screen TV cheaper from him. Yeah. So I'm gonna just play along with it. It's gonna come a time where you're gonna have to shut that shit off. I'm gonna get a nigga my number. Okay? Nigga want me to come over. All right. Now what?
What you gonna do?
Yeah, I was chilling with the nigga, man. It's a 75-inch, cuz.
It's Oscar time now. Let's do it.
You got it before.
Where the limit?
You did? What's your limit?
Straight up.
So it's the same thing with Tupac. It's like, hey, it's gonna come a time. He was sitting in that car and watched them niggas getting beat up. That was his moment to say, oh shit.
I gotta go live this shit.
I either gotta hop out and shoot at these niggas. A nigga he didn't know, by the way. He jumped out and went to shooting at them niggas, and he never knew that dude. Grabbed that dude. He could sat in the car if he wasn't like that. Yeah. So my thing is, you don't have to cap today where there's more capping. You don't have to. But if you want to be that, go be that. Because you can. But if you don't want to be that, don't be that. Because you don't have to. Niggas just still feel like they got to do this and got to do that. And I just, it's baffling to me. People like, why they do that? I don't know why.
I think they just in love with the character of it.
Yeah. Man, niggas is just, in a world of fake shit, real shit is the weird shit.
Yeah, it's crazy.
In a world of fake shit, the real shit is the weirdest shit. You see a nigga doing some regular shit and you think he's weird. Why that nigga sitting there reading a book?
Nigga get clowned for having a job.
I saw, nigga, we was in the car. My nieces was laughing because the dude in the gas station was reading the newspaper. I'm like, what y'all laughing at? He reading the newspaper. I'm like, I don't get what's funny about that. It's a newspaper. He could literally go to Google and I'm like, no. But in a world of where everything is just
instant, yeah.
No, this is gonna be the dumbest generation.
You think so?
Bro, type idiosyncrasy in the phone.
That's the movie,
you know how to
right?
spell it?
Nah.
But it's gonna spell it for you.
It's gonna spell it for me.
So you never know how to spell it.
Damn, that's some shit
in life.
Right
in life. Hey, I need you to. Y'all live in the same place?
Yeah.
Okay, check this out. The next time y'all say y'all coming to New Orleans, cut your phones off and get there.
I'm fucked up. I'm fucked up. I gotta get on a plane or something.
Children are smarter now, right? Because they have this.
Yeah.
They have more information with this than anybody ever had, ever.
I'm gonna push back a little bit. I think dumb people are dumber than ever before, but I think smart people are smarter than ever before.
They're smarter than ever before because they actually use the information. They're dumber than ever before because they use what they use for the information. Right. So idiosyncrasy, when you start typing it in,
you ain't got to type. You can just say it.
You can just say it, right? But somebody who wants to learn it is gonna figure out what the definition is. Is gonna, you know what I'm saying? Try to put it in their head. But somebody who don't care, I just need it for this one thing I'm about to do. Boom, boom. How do you spell it? Oh, fuck, I just said that the other day on my phone. So it's like I'm telling you, bro, like this world is, nothing's real. Everything is fake.
What do you think will come of it, though?
What?
The fact that kids rely so much on technology and things like that. What will come of this?
They're gonna build or do something, my opinion. They're gonna build or do something that is going to have a serious effect on human population. Because we rely so much on, I don't know no children that can cook food or make a meal without some type of air fryer or, you know what I'm saying, microwave or, listen. Do you niggas know how to? And I know a lot of people don't. I do because my family from the country. But you niggas know how to make me and my daughter had this conversation the other day. You know how to make a fire? Mm-hmm. No. Do you know how to plant a seed and grow apples or grow? Yeah, you just put the seed in the ground. No, you gotta let it sit. You gotta do this. Get some. You know what I'm saying? I was trying to teach her like you can shit. Like obviously, we wouldn't just do it, but you can shit. Save your shit for a minute. Plant it. Put the seed in it because, you know, you need the feces and all that type of shit. But what would happen if a main computer shut down for everything? What would happen if the internet shut down today?
Chaos.
It'd be chaos.
In 24 hours, like pretty much all our infrastructure is done for.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Everything. Because how much money you got? However much it is, it's in the bank.
Yeah.
And the moment that shit pop back up, it's like Control Alt Delete.
Crazy.
Hey, bro, I had $10 million in the bank. Yeah. I don't believe you, cuz. What you gonna do? Argue with him? You gotta get in line. Right. 70 million other niggas arguing with him. Yeah. So I think what's gonna happen is they're gonna build something that, they already do it. They believe anything this shit say. Anything this shit say, they believe it.
You know, it's crazy you say that shit because I'm looking on Instagram this morning. I guess this shit was like from a movie or something like that, right? I'm looking at this shit and I seen like where like a missile or something hit the moon and blew that shit up. Mm-hmm. Like, and I swear to God, for a second I just thought like, damn, is this shit real?
Right.
Like just for a second.
It's crazy, bro. It's crazy.
Yeah,
like I be man, listen, I tell people all the time, man. People inbox me and they be like, I can't believe you wrote me back. And I'm like, what the fuck? Like, why wouldn't I?
I'm human.
Why would I have a DM if I didn't write you? Yeah, but you know how, y'all, and they lump us in cattle. You know how y'all don't really be talking. I'm like, man, listen, them motherfuckers got a minute to show you their life. 1 minute. And they can redo it over and over and over and over and over. I could step out of a beautiful fucking house and I could say, thank God, look what you did for me. I just knew all I had to do was pray and keep my eyes on the prize and post that picture. I ain't say it was my house. I ain't say I just moved in. I'm going to get 10,000 likes and 600 comments of congratulations on your new home. It's beautiful. That's 2 seconds of me just taking a picture because it's a big facade. That's why there's filters. That's why all that shit matter. All that shit, you know what? I'm gonna make sure you prettier. You don't have to be fine no more. We gonna inject you. You don't have to be smart no more. We gonna give you a phone to type in whatever you wanna type. You don't have to, you know what I'm saying? You don't have to, under your clothes, you don't have to be built like this no more. We gonna give you something to suck all that shit in. Like everything is made to, nobody has to deal with anything and go through anything. So they don't have no reason to not be controlled by whatever they're gonna be put in front of them. Cause there's gonna be something put in front of people. I tell my daughter all the time, hey, when your children come, something gonna be put in front of them that they're not gonna know how to deal with because y'all are so reliant on the internet. And I'm part of the problem. I understand that, but at least I know how, you can throw me in the jungle right now. I know how, I got videos on my page, me making wooden sticks and spears and, lighting fire and shit. That I like that type of shit. I love woods. So you can't, most motherfuckers, you take away lights, electricity, you take away all that shit from them right now, out of here.
I'm done.
You'd be like, man, I gotta figure out who gonna eat and who gonna do. All right, let me show you.
Real quick, Keenan, you got to give us the time, player. What's the time on the camera?
Oh, we got 29 minutes.
Yeah, you got to let us know. Give us the time.
I sent you that text.
Shit, man.
Yeah, he's fresh.
You got to give us the time. That's
Fresh. His first day. He's doing a good job on his first day.
He's doing a great job. That's why I've been texting you. You got to give me the time and shit. But no, I really want to get back to your music real quick. Cool. Because the reason I asked you about earlier your influences, right? Because I'm gonna tell you, I got 2 songs that I fuck with. The one I think is Wrong Text, where you sample Usher on that shit. That's my shit. I fuck with that. Appreciate that. I also fuck with Future the one. I fuck with the Future Wilson too. I fuck with the Future Wilson. But the one I'm talking about, damn, that UGK sampled the same thing. Is you're everything I need. That joint right there.
The Jodeci sample.
It's the Jodeci sample. See, I didn't know that. I just
X
knew
Love
it from UGK.
song, yeah.
The X Love song. I fuck with that one as well. So and listening to him, it seemed like a big part of the way you do shit. I always like rappers who, that's why I fuck with, especially the early Booster. That's why I fuck with him so much, because he telling stories about what he see when he walk outside or what's going on. From your perspective, you sitting down, you telling stories, you paint a picture of what's going on at night. Actually, from start to finish, because even at the end, I noticed you hit it with the like, where you going and all of that. I caught that, right? So, is that something that you consciously do, or that's just your writing process going in? I'm just gonna tell a story.
Everything I do creatively is a visual, because nowadays everything is visual. So anything I do, I want it to be visual. You know what I'm saying? I'm writing a book right now, and then each chapter is gonna have its own video. You know what I'm saying? Like everything I do is going to be visual. So when I write, last night I did a song, it was a Sesame Street song. You know what I'm saying? It's like the Sesame Street theme and all that shit. And it's like, can you tell me how to get me out of these streets?
Yeah.
But the whole thing, I'm painting the picture of me sitting on the block, you know what I'm saying? And just, rapping little lines, you know what I'm saying? And trying to put it in your head, like, you know what I'm saying? And I don't know how to make it make sense, but I don't hear things all the time. I see things. So a lot of times, even with the voiceovers, you know what I'm saying?
Street talk.
The street talks. Yeah. It's easy for me to do that because when I see those people, I see the conversation.
Yeah, you already. I got you. I get exactly.
I already see that conversation. I know what they're saying.
Yeah.
Even if they not nowhere near talking about that, to me, I have to I'm one of them niggas, like, I gotta close my eyes when I ride sometimes, because if I see it, I'll be like, fuck, what was they talking about? Yeah. And you know how sometimes you drive past, I know everybody done did it, though, don't lie. Now you drive past and you see a fine chick, but you don't see her face. and a car be done passed, you be like, fuck, I ain't get to see how pretty she was. And you just drive off like, fuck, I wonder if she was pretty. Yeah. I'm making a U.
Turn around.
I got you. I have to. Because
let's revisit this moment.
Me 2 miles down the road.
You gotta know.
Was that bitch pretty or not? Like, what is going on?
Wake up 5 years later, like, what was she like?
Exactly. You gonna see a black t-shirt and a dress. I remember the bitch on the interstate walking, had the same outfit on.
She was probably a 10.
Never know if she was pretty or not. Might have been a man. Yeah. I need to know to myself, so I busted you. I'm that type of dude. Like my visual, it's weird, but my visuals have to be like, they have to be out. They have to be regurgitated some way. I have to see everything I need to see, if that makes sense. So when I'm writing a song, it's like, you know what I'm saying? Like last night in the song, I said like the dudes that they used to be cracking quarterbacks, now they crack buyers. One car ride turn a nigga from Jeremy Lin to Lynn Bias. You get what I'm saying? Like you can see it like, oh, I can imagine a nigga playing football, now he's buying crack. Right. And now in one phone, you know it, one car ride, you get, and you in the hood, you get the wrong nigga in the car. Yeah. He gonna offer you something. Or he gonna make you do something. I was lucky. I had niggas I was lucky earlier, but I had niggas who's like, man, get off the block. Go inside. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. So I was lucky in that sense. My paw was real heavy and had some shit going on, but you know, we just did what the fuck he said. But like the niggas who was around my age, like, nah, get off the block. Yeah. Like go inside. Don't, you know what I'm saying? Don't fuck with that. But other niggas be like, here, fuck with that. Why? Man, it's gonna relax, it's gonna calm you and fuck your whole situation up. So yeah, so that's why for me, I'm like, you know, I paint a picture because I want you to see it. Because when you see it, it's just better. Yeah. Best 2 pieces of art. Yeah. You can hear it and see it.
That's why I like the storytelling aspect of music. Yeah. Is whenever a person telling a story, I enjoy that for that reason because I can sit and paint the picture in my head. A lot of the times whether I'm running on a treadmill or whatever, that's what I do. I close my eyes and envision what's going on in this story piece by piece as that person telling the story.
That's the only type of rap I like.
Yeah. And then I like for the women to be able to listen to it and be like, oh, that's what he'll do?
Yeah. Straight up. Yeah.
Picture this.
You giving it to him.
I told T, I said, this nigga freaked out like me, bro. I like this shit.
Bro, listen, no limit.
No limit.
No limit. I tell a woman in a heartbeat, as long as you don't touch my ass, we good.
We just had the one girl
you can do
earlier.
whatever you want.
You missed the one chick that was in here.
We had the one girl on the podcast earlier. She was like real big into like female dominatrix and all of that.
I'm out all that shit. Tie me up. What you want? What you want, man? 100%. Like when niggas be like, oh no, I'm nasty. I be looking at niggas like, he ain't nasty.
You vanilla.
Don't let me lie to you, girl.
You vanilla. Yeah, and I can tell.
And then chicks be like, oh, I'm nasty. Okay.
If you
think, if you think so. Yeah. It's like, nah, I'm nasty. I watch porn.
A lot of motherfuckers be basic as hell, though.
Man, listen, and then they'll tell you they nasty, but then everything is so relevant. You know what I'm saying? Like my cousin, they got good hair. Mm-hmm. But when they stand next to a Chinese person, they shit is snappy. You know what I'm saying? Like,
that's relativity. Yeah, that's relativity.
Like, you know what I'm saying? Hey, you fast? Yeah, with the niggas that I run with. Yeah. You put me with them niggas in the Olympics,
you know,
I
it's
look
crazy.
Slow as fuck.
It's crazy you said you brought up relativity. I feel like, you know, that plays a big part in so many different things. Like, for example, like marriage. I feel like some people had this idea they should wait for marriage until they try something because, like, if McDonald's is the only restaurant you've ever been in, McDonald's is the best restaurant.
Right.
It's what we was taught, though, bro. Everything we've been taught, there's a fine line between truth and fact, right? I just need y'all to give me the quickest answer. You got 2 seconds to answer. What color is vanilla?
White.
Okay, that's the truth, right? The truth is that vanilla is white. That's because that's what we've been taught.
Right.
A vanilla bean starts off brown. Mm-hmm. That's a fact. Mm-hmm. It's not fucking white.
It's kind of what I call it the...
See what I'm saying?
I call it the purple shirt theory. I say that if you grew up your whole life seeing people only wear purple shirts, then when you sit out and you see somebody wearing something other than a purple shirt, that's weird or that's foreign to you.
Yeah. You know how... let me tell you how crazy this shit is. retirement parties, right? When do you get a retirement party?
Retire like at 65 or whatever.
All right. Yeah. Trying to see what else. Championship. When do you get a championship parade?
Whenever you win the championship.
Why the fuck do we have a reception right after the wedding? You ain't do shit yet.
You ain't
even succeed in marriage yet.
Yeah, nah.
And I said that over and over, like, hey, we didn't do shit yet. Why you got a reception?
We haven't won yet. We ain't in
we
the
having a
clear.
part, but you ain't succeeding nothing yet,
I ain't
nigga.
never think about it like
Nah, I'm putting that
You
shit
didn't
on-
do
I'm putting that
shit
shit
yet,
on
my
them
nigga. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, what are you really celebrating?
Right.
Well, I'm celebrating the fact that we just got married. No, nigga, you have a party. Just have a party.
Have a party.
But for y'all to go all out for this reception, you didn't do shit. Nah, here's what I think should happen. A reception should happen 5 years later.
I was about to say exactly 5 years. I'm like, okay, you confirmed it. My
Because
reception in
once you
5
done
years.
made it to 5 years, you pretty much probably gonna make
You
it,
gonna make it,
a nice little way,
yeah.
if not the whole way. But 5 years, okay, we lasted 5 years. Let's have a big celebration with all the people, and let's celebrate our union. But you celebrating a union 45 minutes after the union. You're not, what are you celebrating? The fact that we united? We don't even know if we good united for real just now. This shit might not last 2 weeks.
right.
So we don't know if it's real yet. I can't tell my daughter's 17. I know she gonna be 18. I ain't celebrating that shit on her 17th birthday. I know you're gonna turn 18, but I'm not gonna say, put a 17 and an 18 on a fucking cake.
Yeah, nah, straight
Or
up.
I ain't gonna, with the day she born, why we don't throw a fucking party then? Why is there no? You ever had a birthday party? You ever had a birthday party? You ever had a birthday party? But you've never had a birthday party. You niggas ain't have a party on your birthday.
When you came into this world, there wasn't no party.
Don't want no part.
Oh, yeah. Nah.
Your birthday didn't have a party.
Right, yeah, nah.
That
I
does that
shoulda
even
though.
make sense?
Now I'm thinking about it.
But
Fuck
does
my
that even
mama or
make
something.
sense? Think about it. I'm throwing you a birthday party,
Yeah.
but you don't get no party that day.
You don't get nothing. That's the
Nor do you get one that week, nor do you get one that month. You gotta wait a whole fucking year.
Motherfuckers
But you
are here.
motherfuckers get married and get a party in 45 minutes?
Yeah.
That's some
Interesting.
bullshit. Brother changed my whole perspective.
So it's but it's what we taught, bro. It's what we like. Listen, and then like I said, everything is relative. It's all in who says it. I have women who we have debates, and I'm like, listen. Well, do you think you're supposed to be married? Well, the Bible say that, and then when they do that, I'm like, listen, everything's
go.
relative. You can stop now, and we can cut this off, or I'm gonna let you keep going, and then you gotta live that. Well, no, because the Bible say a man that finds a wife finds a good thing. That's true. Solomon is the one who said that in the Bible.
Yeah.
Solomon had 400 wives. So I'm 399 down. So let me go get 399.
Since we talking about
And
what
their,
it say.
and their response is, oh no, you're not about to have, hold on. So you agree with what Solomon say, but you don't agree with how Solomon lived.
Let's go by the text. We going
You
by the
can't-
text.
You can't go by that then. You either gonna live this or you not gonna live it.
Exactly.
And any nigga with 400 anything is gonna tell you having one of those is a good thing. Why wouldn't he? He's got 400 of them.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? You see a nigga, I got a bunch of jerseys. Niggas like, I'ma tell niggas, man, you know it's a good thing to wear, huh? Jerseys. I got 400 of them. Fuck, you know it's a good thing to wear, huh? What, hats, nigga? You should get as many hats as possible.
Exactly.
Like, but see, it's relative. It helps women when they can pick that part of the Bible out. But it don't help women when they find out who said it and why they said it. When the you know what? That's a whole. I mean, I could listen.
Hey.
Listen.
I'm glad we started that.
No. But this is what I'm saying.
Fire away.
Because that's another piece that I have to explain to people. And I'm a one woman man. Right. Like that's just me.
Yeah.
As nasty as I am, I've done all that other shit. So I'm a one woman man. However, when they like, can you really love More than one. Listen. Don't look me in my face and tell me I have to have a mother and a father, so I have to love 2 parents. I have to have 6 siblings, and you look me in my face and say, you better love them all equally. And then I have to have a son and a daughter, and I say, you know what? I might love my son more than my daughter. You know what? I might love my daughter more than my son. You can't say that. You got to love them equally. Why the fuck do I have to love 2 women, and I can only love one and not the other? How does my heart know that that's a woman and I shouldn't love her? But you bitches turn around and say the heart want what the heart want. If the heart wants what the heart wants, how do I have equal love amongst parents, equal love amongst siblings, equal love amongst children, equal love amongst friends, equal love amongst whoever, but I'm not supposed to love equally amongst women when, in fact, everything we have, we can have more of one. You got 4 grandparents. You got a big vehicle when you want to bring everybody, and you got a little vehicle when you just want to chill by yourself. You got a numerous amounts of everything. She might be a great woman, we just don't have good sex. We might have great sex, she's just not a good woman. Why am I only supposed to have just that? That makes no sense to me. However, society tells us now that we are only supposed to be with one woman, because the Bible says a man who finds a wife finds a good thing from a nigga who had 400 wives.
Yeah.
So, and I just look at it like, all right. So let's all just get advice from a pimp.
Right.
Let's just do that.
Real talk.
That makes sense.
But I do
because
want
he knows how to handle women.
Can I pick your brain a little more on the little marriage dichotomy?
Yeah, come on.
What do you say?
Let me ask you something, brother. You thinking about proposing?
No.
Damn, you brought marriage up out of nowhere.
I'm always downplaying marriage.
Yeah,
Like,
he just don't fuck with marriage.
I don't like marriage.
Yeah, I got you.
I love people a lot, but when people say I'm about to get married, I'm be like, I always say why? I love her.
So what you want to ask me?
Okay, do you feel like marriage is even necessary?
It's relative. I feel like marriage is necessary for those people who, it's gonna sound crazy, but think about it before you respond. I feel like marriage is necessary for those people who feel like marriage is necessary. If you don't care about marriage, then a person can spend their life with you and not marry you and be happy. But if someone cares that much about marriage, you can't fully have all of them and be happy with them because you're not marrying them. So in their mind, they saying, this nigga ain't never gonna marry me. So you're never gonna have them the way they wanna be. So they're never gonna be happy. So in that sense, yes, I feel like marriage is necessary for the people who feel like marriage is necessary. If you got 2 people who never wanna get married, they can be as happy as shit and die together.
Stedman and Oprah.
But to me, that's marriage.
But you got 2 people that do wanna get married, they can be as happy as shit and die together. It's that simple. But if you got a motherfucker that want to be married and a motherfucker that don't want to be married, you're going to continuously fight over that. So is it necessary in that relationship? Yes. Is it necessary in a relationship where 2 people don't want to be married? No. It's all relative. Everything is relative. Everything in this world is relative. Yeah. Every single thing in this world is relative. 100%. Is this heavy? No. Give it to my son. He's 3 months. He's going to drop it every 2 minutes. Because it's heavy to him. So everything is relative, and I don't think, when people ask me questions, I think relativity at that moment, because I don't want to answer and just blurt out anything. You know what I'm saying? Oh, blah, blah, blah. Hey, you fuck good? Yes. But you ask a porn star, she might be like, he's all right. You know what I'm saying? Like, I've had 87 more better. Yeah. Everything is relative. So, you know what I'm saying? That's just my, so for marriage, now you asking me, do I think?
Yeah, I'm asking you.
Do I think marriage is, if I'm with a woman and she wants to be married, I think in that situation,
that's me.
If that's who I want to be with, if that's who I really want to be with, then yes, I think it makes sense.
I like that answer. I like that answer a lot.
But if she don't give a fuck, I'm like, well, shit, I don't give a fuck.
Yeah, straight up.
But you have to understand, every action has a reaction. If today or tomorrow, see, everything is binded by a contract. If you don't have no contracts, you, and I'm speaking just you in general, you as a person, if I told you today, hey, bro, I'm on my way up, cuz. We got TV shows, we got music, let me get 25,000, bro, and I'm gonna shoot you back 20% of everything I make. First thing you gonna say, if you bout it, is what?
Put it in writing.
So how the fuck can that woman think that you serious about the relationship when you don't want to put it in writing?
Shit crazy.
Talk.
Hey, brother, I'm just a messenger.
Okay. Real talk.
So you feel like marriage begins when you put it in writing?
I feel like anything begins when you put it in writing, nigga. Okay. Now there's laws that say if you live with somebody for 7 years, y'all, that's a common law marriage.
Yeah.
Nigga, she's afforded everything that you get. But again, that's just a law.
Right.
But that's still a law. You can't get out of that. That law is in writing somewhere, so you can't get out of that. Laws is stupid anyway, but you still have to follow them bitches. Right. You paying tax on tax that you already paid tax on.
Exactly.
So, you know what I'm saying? You still got to follow that shit.
Man, Keenan, you got to give us time on the camera, brother.
10 minutes.
I got to keep asking you that.
Trying to figure out should he propose.
Yeah, he over here thinking about marriage. Hey, listen, show me with your hands, not on text.
Okay. Gotcha.
But and it's crazy that you say that. You're really giving game right now, too.
Yeah,
I'm going to say that.
a lot of game.
Because my, before me and the mother of my child decided that we're going to go ahead and just co-parent and try that out, like, we had a whole discussion about, and it's just basically what you said, just different words. Like, a lot of the times we went into the situation on some shit like, these our beliefs are facts. Mm-hmm. We went in and you said it's all relative. It's all relativity. We went into these situations just thinking like, no, what I believe marriage, I believe this, I believe that. You saying you believe it, but in actuality, you treat it as if it's a fact.
Yeah.
And we went into that. So that, you really giving game with that.
Yeah, man. Everything is, man, listen. You find a motherfucker who parents ain't been married ever, and they fool around and grow up and be the most happily married people in the world. You find people who parents have been married their whole life and they grow up and be the biggest hoes. Like, you just, you know what I'm saying? You just, everything is relative to what they've learned, to what situations they've been in, and what's beneficial to you. People don't do nothing that's beneficial to them no more. They do stuff beneficial to everybody around them. And if you was drowning and I had to save you, I'm coming save you, bro. Yeah. Until I start drowning.
Yeah.
Then there's only one person in that water I care about. Yeah. And it's no disrespect to you, but there's only one person in that water I care about. Yeah. So when you start thinking to yourself, how can I save this nigga? By not putting myself in danger. That's the same way you got to look at everything in life. How can I do this with her? How can I co-parent with her? How can I be with her? How can I have a relationship with her? How can I do this without it affecting me in a negative way?
Right.
We don't do that. Yeah. We don't. I'm battling it as we speak. Like, I feel like my son's mother is an excellent woman who I feel like she deal with things. I deal with things. We all deal with things. And I feel like I want to be there to go through things with her, to be there to help her. And I'll put myself on the back burner for her. But again, that's relative because I'm the type of person who wants to see people happy. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? That's just me. I tell this clown all the time. They bring the receipt around, they bring the check around. It's one separate or together. I look at him. If he don't say nothing, I'm like, together. And I'm just gonna pay for it. This is years. If I don't say nothing, separate. Nigga don't never say together. And I'm talking about it could be 9 of us, nigga. I used to take him to eat and it'd be 16 of us every single Thursday. I would bring the dudes that work for me out every Thursday to Hooters. 16 of y'all. And pay for everything. And then we go out, me, together. Him, Separate.
Yeah. I got a partner like that named New, so he my cousin too. I got a cousin actually just like that.
So and then so for me it's just like that's you know what I'm saying? Everything is relative, bro. It's like it is what it is.
Yeah. Nah, I feel that. So I guess my question is to you is because I asked you this. I'm always looking. How old are you?
I'm 32.
32. So, you know, from the street sense, we would call you like an OG. We would put you. A lot of niggas try to call me an OG.
My brain is OG. I've been an OG since 19.
Right. So I'm gonna ask you this, and I always love getting game from older people or people, period, actually, because you can learn anything from anyone, and that's why immediately in first contact with you, I asked like, man, how can we get better? How can we make ourselves better? How can we do this?
Oh, you talking about in the DM?
In the DM, right? Yeah. I guess my question is to you, moving, and you told me consistently, just keep posting. You actually said that earlier. I guess moving forward, what's the next steps for you to just keep getting better?
To just keep going. You gonna get better whether you get better or whether you fail.
Same with practicing in the gym, like you said earlier.
So you gonna get better whether you get better or whether you fail. The best teacher is doing it. Yeah. That's like the best. I've never been as opposed to I feel like practice should be real life, whatever it is. You know what I'm saying? You could tell him 1,000 times, and I hate to use him as an example, but you could tell him 1,000 times, give me the hands, let me know the time, blah, 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 blah. You could tell him that over and over. But the more he sit back there and in the middle of the show, he's going to be like, you know what, the nigga want the hands.
Yeah.
Three niggas. You know what I'm saying? He's going to learn it and pick it up. So that's, at the end of the day, I feel like I'm gonna always just keep going forward. I talked about that last night. People be so worried about the speed and the distance when I'm worried about the direction. As long as I'm going that way, I don't care how fast I'm going or you, because whenever you get there, that's when you get there. Man, we ain't the same person. God made you your way, he made me my way.
Right.
If you get there today or tomorrow, or you don't get there today or tomorrow, that's not affecting me. So as long as I care about my direction, anything that gets in my way, I'm either gonna learn from it or it's gonna help me in a positive way. And I look at stuff like even when you're learning from it, that's a positive. Yeah. So I could go that way and keep going, and I could see something and run through it and be like, well, I conquered that feat, or I could go and see something else different, and it'll knock me down. See, he giving you the 5. You know what I'm saying? See, I could go and run and it could knock me down. Well, I know now when I scoot over and go that way, when I see another one of them motherfuckers, I'm gonna go that way and then go that way. Yeah. So it's a learning experience. And if you just keep going, bro, like just don't stop. Yeah. Like all I can say is just don't ever, 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 ever stop. That's one thing I tell my daughter all the time. Don't ever stop. You have no reason to stop. None. We in the age now where you have no reason to stop nothing you're doing. You can just do it. Just whatever it is, you can do it. I don't know if y'all rap or not, but if you wanted to be a rapper today, you got a camera and you got YouTube, you could be a rapper today. And you could have more videos out today than a nigga who been rapping for 10 years. If you just stay up, write the lyrics, record. You don't even need to put it in the studio. Have the shit playing in the background on the phone and just rap on the camera. You put that shit out. Shit might go viral. Yeah. Now you're a big rapper. Yeah. Whatever you want to do, just keep doing it. That's the best advice I could just give. Just like keep doing whatever you want to do. Whatever you want to do, dog. My daughter learned how to play the guitar. Don't know how to read music or nothing. Learn how to play the guitar during the pandemic. She got 4 guitars in her room now. Right. So, and I'm looking at her like, I don't. You want to try it? Hell no. I don't know. I don't even know how to. I'm like this. She's like, you're holding it wrong. I quit. Like this wasn't part of my plan anyway. So
it's not for me. With you, man, you like multifaceted. So if you can go be a comedian just as well as you can go be a music artist. You can go be an actor just as well as you can go be. You got all of that. And as an entertainer, a lot. That's why, like you said, entertainer. A lot of people don't have that. Like a lot of people you only good at rapping. That's all you got. But
and I was telling him, you just gotta hit it at all. But it's another bad thing. You about to give us the 2 or the 1? Oh, 3. All right. I was telling him like that's also a bad problem to have too though. Like, you know, they asked a coach a long time ago, you got 2 great quarterbacks. Is that the best thing about your team? Like, yeah, the quarterback situation is 100% the best thing about our team. And he was like, okay. And then when it was a joking question, it's like, well, what's the worst thing about your team? And they laughed. He said, I got 2 great quarterbacks.
Yeah.
I don't know which fucking one to start.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I put him in, I'm damned because I should have put him in. I put him in, I'm damned because I should have put him in. Unless this one wins or this one wins. Well, if I stop acting, if I stop, you know, writing a book, if I stop being funny, doing shows, and if I stop all that and put music and do music, and I don't blow, oh man, he should have did acting. He should have did this. He should have did. If I stop music and stop all that and act, man, and you ever heard the nigga rap? The nigga should have kept going with music. So it's just like, you know what? Just take all this shit, man. Just do what y'all want with all this shit. I'm gonna give y'all as much. I put up 2-3 videos of me rapping, and all of a sudden everybody think I'm not putting no more voiceovers. Man, where the voiceovers? You stop putting them. I put up 2-3 voiceovers, 4 voiceovers. Man, you ain't rapping in the truck no more. It's like, damn, I put up something and I'm like, man, let me talk to y'all. I put a video up today because I had 2 women in my inbox yesterday, and I made the video at 5 in the morning because I'm like, I got to do something because they keep asking. I had 2 or 3 women in my inbox saying, man, you need to give these niggas some more game, and you need to this. I was like, all right. So I put a video up, but it was actually talking about women, talking about how they get mad. We don't keep the same energy in the beginning of the relationship, like in the middle of the relationship.
Yeah. Listen, I wish we had 3 or 4 hours with you. We could have sit up and done
it's all good, bro.
A lot of shit we didn't get to. I want to ask you about, you know, the stuff that you're doing out in the community, because I seen that on your page and everything. But whenever you back down,
I got a meeting with the mayor Tuesday.
I seen you was, you know, trying to reach out to him.
Yep, and they hit me back up and said, yeah, we got a private brunch Tuesday. So I said, all right, I'll be there.
Perfect. Hey, listen. If you ever back down this way, we want to get back on, even an update on that, because I'm big on that too, community.
Boom, so right there.
I'll definitely be in contact with your manager and everything. And yeah, man, I'm glad you came on.
Man, I appreciate y'all, yo. I appreciate y'all. Yeah. Roscoe. Me and my partners call that pistol Roscoe. You got your Roscoe? Yeah.
But listen, this is the ChoppedByT podcast where we get real, raw, authentic conversations. Until next time.
I'm so glad I got my own. Still